folks. Well, as you can see, we are not on land. This is a very special occasion for the coverage project. I'm not even standing right now. I'm on a kayak. And I really love the outdoors, and what better way to access the outdoors, and especially a body of water, than on watercraft, a kayak. So here we are today in the middle of what's called Lake of the Ozarks. Yes, we are still in Missouri, the Show Me State, but we're far removed from any town or city. We are in the middle of nature. Well, if you don't count all the, people having fun with their own boats, this is a very, very popular way to enjoy the Lake of the Ozarks. People take their paddle boats, canoes, kayaks, their own boats, powered by motor. So you can see so many different people on so many different types of water vehicles here on this lake. One fun thing about being on a boat is that you get to access the parts of nature that you can't really explore or discover on foot, such as these cliffs. I mean, it would take a long time for one to hike from one little outpost along a trail just to get to these things, but up here we have a moderately close view of these cliffs. Now I will admit, it's not very easy kayaking upstream because this lake and its current is going this way, which makes it a bit difficult, but I mean, hey, we are on the water. We are doing something unprecedented for the coverage project. I don't think we've ever been off land. If we've been in the water, we've been by a dock, or we've just barely got our feet wet in the ocean or something like that, but we are in the middle of a body of water. Now let me tell you about the Lake of the Ozarks. This is not really a natural lake. This is actually a man-made reservoir when smaller lakes and rivers got flooded in order to create such a reservoir. And what resulted was this almost scaly-like design of little rivers and inlets, and all forming this giant body in the middle of these Ozark mountains. The waters we see right here eventually will move into the Missouri River, which we saw yesterday in Jeff City. But yeah, here, secluded in the middle of nature, you can really gain a deeper appreciation for everything in our surroundings. Here, I'm going to see if we can paddle a bit that way and discover some more things here on the Lake of the Ozarks. So join me today as we continue sailing on what I call the, let's name it the SS Coverage. And let's see what we can find on this magnificent body of water. So we've reached a left turn on our course paddling up this lake, and it goes for a long while. I don't think we'll really be able to reach the whole extremities of this giant lake. It's a massive one, and it snakes all around and curves, and with each section there's little spokes. And just look on a map, there's like little spokes that twist around. It's a very intricate layout of this lake. And it's no wonder that people love it so. I mean, if you come from the Midwest or parts of the inland South where there's just no great body of water for hundreds of miles, well, you're gonna settle and most likely enjoy your experience at a lake like this. In the US, the Ozarks are a very underrated region. There's not many big settlements and development yet by humans. It's still largely natural. So to go to a place like this, where you can feel free to do all sorts of things, from go on the water in your boat or kayak or canoe or jet ski I've seen, or there's probably plenty of trails. This is part of a state park, so on land, on water, you can do whatever here. It's a nice natural abode. It's a nice haven away from everywhere else. Here in Missouri, don't forget about that. It's the Show Me State's Lake of the Ozarks. Oh my, I'm kind of exhausted. I think I should make this little cave area the halfway point. I'll be paddling back, but it's a nice area because there's a lot of shade that you don't get from the rest of the lake. The boat's a bit wobbly. That's probably because there's a lot more water in there than when we began. That's a little concerning. Don't want to capsize this little kayak. That would be kind of embarrassing. Someone please tell me, what's the point of the hole on the kayak? This does not look good. Well, hello everyone. It's been a few hours since I last put something on video. And yeah, there's a reason for that. Something unexpected happened. Well, actually, something that I expected happened actually happened. Not always the case, but you know how I was saying, oh, why is there a lot more water coming into the kayak? Well, I was right. At the very bottom, in the back, there was a small little hole, the photo of which I'll show right now. But that little hole, over time, as we paddled through the Lake of the Ozarks, it brought water into the inside of the boat, which eventually made it a lot more difficult to paddle and became more wobbly, and that's what made it easy for what happened next, off camera. The kayak actually capsized, and yeah, that was not fun. I brought it ashore, tried to get what I thought was the water just at the top of the boat, right? The water that you could see. I got that out, and immediately after setting adrift again, capsized, flipped over. Everything was soaking wet. The clothes I had on me, all the gear I had with me, I was very lucky that this camera, did not break or get waterlogged or had any sort of damage related to it getting submerged. So, what an adventure that was. I had to hand pull the kayak the rest of the way back to where the kayak originally docked. When you think about what it takes, not a pleasant experience to be waist down in the muddy waters. Not fun. But we made it out, and I am here to tell the tale. I did get a refund for the kayak though, that was nice. Other than that, that ends our day in Lake of the Ozarks. Don't let my tragic tale deter you from visiting. It is a beautiful place full of natural scenery. If you want that natural escape and, well, you're in Missouri or the center of the country, this is a great place to just spend a good weekend or a good week even. I know people are spending their entire week. It is the middle of the summer, they have a week off, so they're spending it here at Lake of the Ozarks. We are seated here. It's a nice picnic table at a campground of the state park of Lake of the Ozarks. So the fact that we on the Coverage Project are visiting here as a stop for our Frontier Americana tour, well, that should tell you something. Visit here yourselves, enjoy the day. Yeah, just don't get a sunburn like I have. All over my legs. Not fun, but we find a way to deal with unfortunate circumstances. With that being said, I'm going to bid you all adieu until tomorrow, where we continue west. Even more. This is going to be a very interesting trip, so get ready, get hyped for the adventures to come here in the western United States. So with a drenched set of clothes and a sunburned pair of legs, more travels to come, I will see you at the next location.